Hello everyone, it is Tuesday today, which means it's time for another video. And today we've got a very special weapon review for you all, because we are going to take a look at the brand new Martini Henry rifle made by my good friend SunnyDelight. So, let's roll the intro and get started. Alright, so like I said, Sunny is a friend of mine. We know each other from the Fallout London team, and I even helped him out a little bit with this mod, but more about that later. But Sunny, if you are watching, it's time to get brutally honest with you here. So please don't hate me after this, I still love you. Alright, so here it is, the Martini Henry. Straight away I can tell that the textures look really good. I always like a bit of rust on my weapons, and this definitely has a bit of rust on it. It sure is a curious weapon, this one, because the Martini Henry is a breech loading, single shot, lever actuated rifle. And as far as I know, there ain't a whole lot of mods that have that. Anyways, as you can see, you only have one shot before you have to reload, but the reload is relatively quick and the weapon also does a lot of damage, so it kind of balances it out that way. However, if you prefer a somewhat cleaner version of the weapon, don't you worry, because there are 6 different texture sets which you can choose from. Right now we are using the ruined receiver, barrel and stock, but you can also choose the worn receiver, barrel and stock, which makes it a tad cleaner. Now in my opinion, this is clean. You can't make it any cleaner than this. But as it turns out, you can, with the factory receiver, barrel and stock. Now this I would say is too clean, but that's just like my opinion. But besides these 3 versions, we also have some very special ones. First up, we've got the Damascus receiver, barrel and stock, which has a, well, Damascus steel look. But we also have the saffron receiver, barrel and stock, which adds a beautifully engraved version of the weapon, and it also turns the weapon slightly pink, which is also pretty nice. But then we come to the most detailed version of the Martini Henry, which is the Queen's receiver, barrel and stock. And I mean, just look at this. Gold textures are a very difficult thing to get right, and not only does this Queen texture set turn the weapon into gold, it also beautifully engraves it. Now the material requirements to turn the Martini Henry into gold are pretty damn insane, so that is why you might be better off finding the legendary version of the Martini Henry, which has this gold texture set, and it's also very overpowered. When you start up the game with the mod enabled, you will get a quest named Gold Fever. You have to make your way to a bank called Bridgeway Trust, which is located right next to Backstreet Apparel. Once inside, you have to hack the terminal, which will unlock the gigantic safe. With the safe open, you can see the legendary weapon sitting on a few gold bars. When we pick it up, we can see that the weapon is named the Queen's Gambit, which is also a pretty good series on Netflix. But that's not all, because when we pick it up, we can also hear a strange noise. That's not noise, that's a song called Rule Britannia. And whenever we grab this weapon up from the floor or from a container, this song will briefly play, and I really like that. But let's talk about the Queen's Gambit itself. It uses 50 cal ammo instead of the standard 308, which means it does a lot more damage than the standard Martini Henry rifle. And it also has a faster reload time, which is very nice during combat. And even though I still prefer the rusty textures of the Martini Henry, I still think it looks pretty damn cool. But there we have it, the Martini Henry, made by SunnyDelight. I really like it, it's different, it looks amazing, and it's also just plain fun to use. So what do you think of the Martini Henry? Do you like it? Let me know down below in the comments. Either way, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then hit that like button, subscribe for more, and a special thank you to my patrons. Do you also want to support the channel? Well, you can by becoming a patron today. Thank you for watching, my name is Tuesday, and I will see you next time.